You're so weird.
Burned out long before your memory Whoops!
Turn right. Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I was not going to put another ring video out, but since I had 3 people who wanted a specific color and I'm doing it anyway, so I figured why not do another video for you. So I'm using 3 different things. The first one wanted this gel nail polish color. It's like a greenish color. It's almost a chameleon powder. So I do need my UV light because I'm going to be using UV resin for the other 2. The second one wants this blue chameleon powder. It doesn't change a whole lot, but it was the blue color that she really wanted. And then the last one, I'm using this eye candy mica powder, which is gorgeous. All 3 of them will be going on a silver ring blank. So let's get started. Okay, so you've got a better view than I have because you are super zoomed in and I am not. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this nail polish, gel nail polish. I'm just going to kind of drip it in there. I do have a dotting tool in my hand and I'll be using that to drag it through once I have it in, so we can UV resin or UV cure it. But first, before you cure it, you want to make sure it's completely even between the 2 frames, I guess you could call it. So let's just get this in here and then we will try to get it completely even before curing it. So I've got the smallest one that I have. As you can see, I've used it many times. I'm just going to drag it through to get it as even as I can. And if you haven't seen any of my ring videos, there's several on there. If you want to go back in the channel and look for them, I can also link some below. And it will just give you some different ideas, what different colors and different things you can use in them. So you do want it to spin for a few minutes before you cure it. You don't want any bubbles in there or any lopsidedness. So I just drag this through on each side. That way there is evenly spaced gel. And then we will put a top coat on here, a clear top coat. So I think that's enough of the green. And you can see right here where it's dipping a little bit. And that's okay because it's going to shrink a little bit when we cure it. And we will fill that up with UV resin. So I'm just going to take my light. And depending on the color of your choosing will depend on how long it takes to cure. So some of the darker colors will take several extra minutes. I have done some dark colors and it did take quite a few times. So I'm going to try this one at 2 minutes. So I just wanted to show you, I'm just not randomly holding this light over it. I am literally holding a light bulb right next to the gel. So it's not, I'm not wondering if any of the UV is getting on there. It is literally going to be held right next to it for 2 minutes. All right, this one took 2 minutes and it's completely cured. And I forgot to mention, this gel nail polish is a cat's eye nail polish. If you want to get the cat's eye effect, it comes with magnets and you can arrange the magnets above it and you can kind of move around the cat's eye look. But I'm not going to be doing the cat's eye on this one. They were really just going after the color. So now I've got my UV resin and I'm just going to take a really, really thin layer. You don't need too much and you can spread it around, take some off if you have to. You just want enough to coat that green all the way around. I'll take my tool again, just kind of move it side to side. You can trim any excess that gets onto the silver ring. It does come off with your craft knife. So I'm just going to get this perfectly even and then cure this for a minute or two, and then this ring would be done. I'm actually just looking through my screen because you guys have the best view ever and I don't. So it's looking really, oh, I just saw a spot go by. So that's why we want to check these edges. And make sure it's even. Now you don't have to rush with UV resin, which is great because it's not going to cure until you tell it to. So let's just check that out. So the little bit of overage that I see that I got on this side, we'll get off with a knife once it's cured. There's not a whole lot on there. One tiny little spot. All right, I'm going to get this cured. This one is done, and actually when I was holding the UV light on there, oh my gosh, it was turning from green to blue to purple. It is so pretty in the light. I just see these tiny little 2 spots, I think. It just pops right off with your knife. And this one will be done and we'll move on to the next one. So there it is. Wonder if I can get it to change colors. It was definitely changing colors in the UV light. Oh, there's a little bit of blue you might be able to see. But it had purple, blue, and green in it. It was really, really pretty. Okay, so for the next one, I'm gonna go, these were 3 different sizes, so I started with the largest. And now I will go to the next largest and see that it won't fit on here. So all I'm going to do is take some of this tape off until it fits. So if you're doing several sizes, start with your biggest ring and then work down to your smallest ring. If I could find the end of the tape, that would help. So just undo a couple layers and try it again. And just keep taking some off until it fits. It's that simple. You don't need any special kind of bars or anything for your turner. Sorry, you're zoomed in really, really close, so you're kind of seeing like every single thing. Okay, so that is the next one. This one, I'm just going to take a little jar. Let me zoom out for you for a moment. I'm going to take my little tiny cup. And I'm going to put some little bit of resin in there. That is way too much, but it's okay. You can always throw it in something else. Now this one wanted that really, really pretty blue mica powder. So we're just going to mix this up in here. You don't need much. There's not much resin in there. I'm just going to mix it with my dotting tool. This was a really pretty color. It will look great in the silver ring blank. And if you have a little left over, throw it in another, like a pendant or earrings or whatever you want, because you don't need too much, and it's hard to fill up just hardly anything in these. Okay, so now that's pretty good. Let's turn my ring thing. I like it to go the opposite way, so you just have to turn your turner on and off a few times. So depending on which way you like it to go, I'm just going to take this with my dotting tool, since it's not in a bottle, and drip it right on. Just take your time, there's no rush. Then I will take my smaller dotting tool and do the same thing and just drag it through until it's super even, and then we'll cure it. And you don't need a lot, you just need enough to cover the bottom. You don't need to fill it, because we're going to fill it with the clear. So don't feel like you have to get it completely full. You just need it to go from side to side. Now I'm just going to get my smaller one and make sure it's going to the edge. Just drag it right into the edge. In case there's a bubble, you'll get that bubble out as well. And then the other side. And we're just going to let it spin for a minute until it's evenly distributed. I might just put one more drop in there. It looks pretty shallow. And then I'll just let it spin. Okay, maybe 2 drops. And you could drag your tool through there to help it out if you don't want to sit and wait. Whoops, wrong one. Just take it through the middle until it looks like it's pretty even. Once like it looks even, you're just going to let it spin for a minute, and then we're going to cure it. So I'm going to get this one cured and top coated with clear, and then I'll be back. This one is done. It took 2 minutes for each coat, and it is completely cured. It is so pretty. Love that mica powder in there. Now, what I want to tell you, do not add heat to this. Don't take a torch. I mean, if you have to, take a lighter quickly, because what will happen is it will just drip right off your ring. Okay, so that one is done. And now I'm going to just strip some of this off, because this one is a little bit smaller. Today I did a size 10, a 9, and now this will be an 8. A little bit more. You want it snug on there. You don't want it moving around. So if I took too much off, which I did, I'm going to add some more back on. You do not want it loose. It will just move on you. See, that just one tiny piece made all the difference in the world. I've got my, this is green, blue, purple, and I got this from Temu. I really do like their chameleon colors. They really are pretty. Again, and just drip it in. Oh, this one's going to be gorgeous too. I have a ton of ring blanks now because I love them and I want to keep them all, so I end up making myself a whole bunch. That's enough of that color. I just want to get it spread out evenly and get it into the channel. Again, I'm just holding my light directly onto the ring channel. And it seems that each one today is taking 2 minutes per coat, so 4 minutes of curing for each ring. And lastly, our last top coat. Then I will get you guys some end pictures. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Now is a great time to do it. If you found any value in this, I do appreciate every comment. I read every comment. I appreciate every like. Thank you everyone who has ever given a coffee to us. We appreciate everybody. You can also subscribe to the channel, or I should say be a channel member for additional perks now. That's brand new. So we just started that, and you'll get all the photos of every project. You will get outtakes, you will get behind the scenes. So there's lots of little things you can get if you're a channel member. So thank you to each and every one of you. We appreciate every one of you. Just gonna get this nice and level. Just want to check it out what you're looking at so I can see if I got it all. Yep, and I'm just going to get this light back on it, and then we will get you some final photos. I hope you guys all have a blessed day. Again, thank you for stopping in and hanging out with me today. We'll see you tomorrow, all right? Bye.
Temu.